St Pancras and Channel tunnel planned rail routes to Germany and Switzerland. Let's read into this more from The Guardian, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Guardian with the headline that St Pancras and Channel tunnel planned rail routes to Germany and Switzerland. The partnership comes as London stations looked at ways to almost triple passenger numbers. This is good. This is good. This is a very good and good news to read into, considering that it felt like since Brexit, it's been a rollback of the Eurostar and the amount of trains going in and out. We also know that Ashford International, who was also another station there was obviously a lot of rollback there as well. I know for quite a while it's very rare. It's almost impossible to get near to next impossible to get a train directly from London to Switzerland. But the very prospects of it is definitely sounds very, very good. I do agree that we do need to find a way to bring the cost down for trains that are travelling from London into Europe. There needs to be a cost effective way to do it, because especially if you want to discourage more people from flying, I'm someone who would rather if it didn't cost so much, I would rather take the train than fly. Like me personally, I remember a long time ago, me and my partner, we took the train to Brussels, and I really I enjoyed it. Yes, it was more expensive than a flight, but I really enjoyed the journey as well. And I don't like flying. I'm not a fan of flying. I prefer taking the train. I've always been more preferable to trains myself, and I think that we should be doing more to encourage people to get on the train. But you can't do that if it costs so much. So there's a cost to this as well. But the idea of St Pancras doing travel all into Germany and Switzerland, it all depends on how much it costs for people. But obviously, like I said, the gap has always been the money. But let's read a little bit more into this, you guys. So St Pancras railway station in London and the Channel Tunnel operator have agreed to work together to open up more trains from Britain to France and routes to Germany and Switzerland. So the agreement is the latest sign of growing momentum for new passenger rail links from England across the Channel, after Great Britain's only international station announced plans to triple the number of people who can travel through every hour. St Pancras station is looking at ways to nearly triple the number of passengers passing through at peak times from 1,800 to 5,000 in an effort to open up more services to France and routes to Germany and Switzerland. London St Pancras Highspeed, that's the LSPH, the company formerly known as HS1 that runs St Pancras, and Getlink, the Paris-based tunnel operator, said they will work together to shorten journey times, improve timetable coordination, align on growth strategies, and introduce more trains each hour for international service in each direction. In January, the rail regulator for Great Britain, the Office of Road and Rail, forced HS1 to cut the prices it charges rail companies for using its track between St Pancras and the tunnels to try to encourage new entrants. Getlink said the new direct high-speed train routes could serve Germany, Switzerland and France. These could include Cologne, Frankfurt, Geneva and Zurich. Getlink has previously said it wanted new services to be up and running by 2029. Now, obviously, that's quite a couple of years from now, but because obviously for those who don't understand, you've got to, obviously, it's not just about putting it through, it's about ensuring that the timetables, and that when the trains travel at certain times and thresholds don't clash with European trains that are running certain time slots as well. So there's a lot of that to take into account as well. There's a lot of complexities into it, so it is something that that needs time to work on. Eurostar is the only company that has carried foot passengers across the Channel during the 30 years of the tunnel's operation. Although Getlink's Le Shuttle also takes cars with drivers and passengers. However, Eurostar has faced criticism over the high prices, and it has ditched international services from Ashford and Ebbsfleet in Kent. Yeah, though that was very frustrating for people. The Eurostar network runs from London to Paris, Brussels and Amsterdam, as well as Bonn, St March in the French Alps during the ski season. It's a far cry from the initial promise of a network stretching as far as Manchester and Edinburgh. This is another big criticism that I have. Why are we not running services from Scotland and from Manchester? Why are we not running services all the way into Europe? Why is it always London again? Like, it's like for people in these areas, they have to travel into London and then they got to switch in London. Why can't it be they be on the same train? Train companies believe there could be an increased interest in European destinations from travellers keen to avoid large carbon emissions produced by air travel. Several companies have emerged as possible competitors to the Eurostar, including the billionaire Sir Richard Branson's Virgin Group, and the Spanish rail operator Evian, and the Dutch startup Herio. However, St Pancras will require significant changes to cope with more passengers, as it is already struggling during peak times with security and border checks for thousands of people who are then crowded into waiting areas. Yeah, they need to do something about that. You can't have people, if they're going to increase passenger numbers, then you need to do something about the waiting area. You're going to have to make more space for it. LSPH last year commissioned a consultancy active thinking to study how to increase passenger numbers. Its reports found a modest amount of new infrastructure would unlock most of the constraints currently hampering growth at St Pancras. Robert Sinclair, the chief executive of LSPH, which changed its name from HS1 last week, said it wanted a future where high-speed rail link is the preferred option for travelling to Europe. Yeah, because that's what people would rather have. His company and Getlink would actually work together to try and encourage new existing train operations to expand capacity and launch new destinations to unlock the full potential of fully connecting Europe, he said. Yeah, I mean, this sounds optimistic. Whether this will come of anything, we don't know. I mean, at the moment, it's just, there's nothing concrete here. It is just talks and ideas. Let's be real, okay? I want this to happen. I want to see increased train capacity, and I'm sure you guys want to too. And I think it's good for the UK. It's important for us. It's important for holidays. It's important for business. It's important that we have that. Whether or not this can be put into plans, into fruition, remains to be seen. We know that the last 14 years that things have been run down, pulled back, and all that kind of stuff. So, and this UK government, this Labour government wants growth. Excuse me. So potentially, they may raise growth in doing so with this idea, perhaps. But you're talking about 4 or 5 years down the road, anyway. Yeah, let's be clear. But I'm sure the government would support this if they were asked to in this as well. But what do you guys honestly think about this? What do you guys make of Eurostar? What do you guys make of it since its introduction? I personally think, yeah, that if they can make this happen, they should do. I think if they need to increase the waiting times, they should do. If they need to get more trains running through there, they should do. Yes, I even think at the expense of national trains. I think they can work around it. I think, yeah, there should be more to be done here. And I think, yeah, they should look to bring back the stations at Ashford International and Ebbsfleet as well. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts there. If you found this video informative or helpful in any way to you, hit that like button, share across social media, and subscribe, because it really does help support the channel. Check out the Rumble and Patreon contents down below as well for exclusive stuff there. And if you want to financially support me in the work that I do, you can click that join button down below that allows you to join the YouTube membership for as little as 99p. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.